Do, 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 do. That's my intro for today.
Yay!
Yay!
Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow, The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Hi.
That's Rebecca. She's my boss. Owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And that's Liz. She's my minion. She's my assistant at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina. As you can see on my shirt, which we showed off. Did we show it off Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday we both wore
Oh, that's
shirts.
right, because I got them Wednesday.
So naked in a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. There's more skin showing right now, but she felt naked in a t-shirt.
It's because I was wearing like 3
Mm-hmm.
yards of fabric. Today I've got on...
How many?
Probably 10.
Ah, there you go.
Or 12.
And just because she mentioned her fabric, I'm gonna start with that a little. We don't as little as we need to talk. I don't know. I'm gonna let her talk as much as she wants. She dyed the fabric she's wearing today. We have black and purple. I've been seeing it in photos.
And it looks great.
It looked light purple and gray, and it is dark black and fairly dark purple.
Yeah.
So I have a question. As I try to scratch all the fuzzies on my face without, setting good model. So this fabric was white when you got it?
It was white. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I'll stand up.
Yeah, I'm going to make you stand up. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the black is actually patchwork all sewn together. And then there's the purple that is lines of sewing.
And that was like that when you got it, or did you attach panels?
No. It came like this, only it was white.
Ah.
And white
and
is...
it's very not white now.
No.
How long did that take you?
Several hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I used Rit dye, which, you can get at the grocery store, because I was like, I don't know anything about dyeing.
I know you can get Rit in the grocery store, but
Yeah.
that's where my experience on dyeing anything, especially fabric, ends.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I did the sink method, and you have to pour boiling water in the sink and mix all this stuff in, and salt, and I don't know. And then Salt. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's vinegar for certain fabrics and salt for other fabrics. It was weird. And then it says, and now stir it for, put your fabric, get your fabric wet, and then put it in there, and then stir it for 20 minutes.
Like continually?
Yeah. And when you're dyeing...
I'm just picturing you stirring stuff for 20 minutes.
In the sink. With a set of tongs. And... supposed to wear gloves because, and...
Purple hands.
I had black all up my hands for a while. And so I did that, and then it can stay in there for, up to an hour. And then I did the fixative stuff. I'm not sure
So wait, the hour is, after the 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, or in, 40 more minutes.
Okay.
And
totally.
so, yeah. So I had I have my side-by-side sinks, and I had purple in one and black.
So you had them both going.
I had them both going at the same time. Well, I started the black
effects.
after I started the purple, with the idea that it would just be a seamless. Yeah, no. And,
oops! I touched the wrong one.
yeah, and
tie-dye.
And yeah,
it came out well.
I have so much more respect for people that dye yarn now, because just dyeing fabric one color.
Yeah. So shout out to Shannon and Ashley and Emerald and Julia and
rock, because
I think Cheryl is our new fiber fairy. We're advertising in our newsletter a little. Shout out to all of them. Yeah. Holy crap!
I spent a grand total of I think 3 hours over my sink just dyeing a solid color. And
well, so bridging off of that a little, I mean, I gotta say it's really pretty. It came out really well. Bridging off that a little bit to adjacent crafts, right? Things like that is, I want to share a little story of my stepson just got a 3D printer, and he's very excited. If you watch yesterday's videos from my house, I was worried because he was, it prints it takes forever, which is, part of a 3D printer. It takes a while to put layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. So it was printing all day yesterday, even though he wasn't there, and I was hoping it wouldn't interfere with my taping. And then I realized I don't even think you can hear it. But, if you've forgotten what my hair looks like down, this is another aside, another squirrel. I have my hair down in those videos, so go watch those videos, because I wasn't leaving the house after having styled my hair. So
it was all cute and everything.
It was all cute and everything. And Alexander was even like, ooh, can I touch it? And I was like, whatever. Good hair day, because I care about that anymore. But the reason I started talking about this was I found it very touching that Alexander started comparing 3D printing to knitting. He said it's kind of like what you guys do, because it's slowly building over time, and layers, and how thick or thin.
Well, when you said
the material is,
a spool of plastic that gets fed through there,
and then heated up, and then
dripped,
and you can do thin, thin gauge, or you can print where it's really thin and see through. Yeah, or you can print really thick. So he's like, it's kind of like what you do with knitting.
Yep, we take a ball of string
and he's like, except it doesn't take as long. Even though 3D printing takes long, it's not as long as knitting. Which is true.
On what you're making.
Well, yeah.
I had to go back in time to figure out when I started the shawl I just finished.
Well, and it's hard because it's like we are not monogamous knitters in one project at a time. The 3D printer has to do one thing at a time. We know knitters who are like that. But I personally need to go back and forth between a bunch of things, which is why some things that you all might want to see my progress on today, I have not made any progress. But the only downside to this conversation, again, I was very touched that he was kind of in tune with what I do, right? The only downside to this is I did teach him to knit towards the beginning of our huddling in the house together, and he did about 2 rows and was really excited about doing it. And now that the 3D printer is here, I don't think he's going to touch it again. But that's okay.
He might eventually. Just,
Yeah. Then he gets bored of the 3D printer. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought that was really cool, that he's thinking about that. So as I cozy up in my COVID cardigan, which I forget if I called the COVID cardigan to my family this weekend or the coronavirus cardigan or whatever. And my sister, shout out to my sister, said, you should rename that because it sounds infected or dirty or something. I'm like, But the C's work really well. So the pandemic cardigan doesn't quite work. No. It doesn't have that ring. So if you have any names for what I should be calling my Mr. Rogers, I might just keep calling it my Mr. Rogers cardigan. Something that has a palindrome, or not palindrome, but alliteration, or something fun. I don't know if I can actually call it my Mr. Rogers cardigan though, because that's
your blue one.
That is my blue one, which is old cheap yarn and not falling apart, but the buttons are going to come off. Not that I use the buttons. The whole reason it was I would wear my hoodie outside and come in and put this on. I'm living in this, which means I'm trying not to wear it out in public a whole lot, but I'm not going to leave it here at the shop to be something I wear at the shop, because it's my comfy, cozy thing I wear at home, too. In fact, my cat can't understand why he can't lie on top of it because I'm wearing it.
Cat's adopted it.
The cat will come across my lap and try to stick himself up inside of it and be like, why is this not horizontal where I can lie down on it? He tried to slice me because he was on it and I wanted to wear it, and I had to try the pull the tablecloth out from under the cat. It didn't work. That was yesterday. I don't think it's going to show up on camera, and I don't really want to gross people out by showing it on camera, but the cat was trying to stalk me last night because he thinks it's fun and it's a game. And he was he's behind the couch. This is the couch. I'm looking at the screen. And he would be like, is she looking? No, she's looking. oh, she's looking. And then he would wait until I was totally distracted and be like, blah, blah, blah. So he got me. I tried to not have him get me. He got me. Anyway. My cat. He's adorably cute. And he's vicious.
Cuddly evil.
Yes, cuddly evil. Anyway. He attacked me getting out of bed this morning, too. He tried to do the side pounce. And then I went around looking for hairbands because I can't find my hairbands anymore. And he thought I was looking for him, so he did a sneak attack on me in the other room. Anyway. Enough about my cat. You can watch my video from yesterday to hear my cat. And I always put a few clips of him at the end of my tutorials. And you can come to Knit Night if you want to possibly see a live cat attack. And we're going to try to ignore that. But, and hopefully whoever's leaving a message won't be too much caught on camera. Or maybe we can, I don't know if I can alter any type of sound levels in this. Anyway, we're going to answer the phone at 10, and it's not 10 yet. So, let's see.
I finished a project.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She finished a Papillon. And y'all can hear my message right now. So,
we had plans to like sneak it. Do you want me to just go get it?
We should both go get it. Okay. Because it's big enough we can both get a corner.
True.
And so
they didn't leave a message.
They're not leaving a message. That's good. Because then no one awkwardly has their message broadcast on YouTube. So, we're going to go get Liz's Papillon and show it to you. But we are going to try to still stay socially distanced. So I'm going to let her go first. So she can get the far corner. And I'm going to go and get the near corner. Don't worry, we're coming back. Maybe. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Big reveal.
It's actually smaller than the other ones I've made.
And that's saying something, right? So this is the one, Liz, that you made. I'm going to try to say, so you can see my face. Hi! This is the one you made with like lots of different hand-dyed yarns. Some are from the shop and some are not.
Actually, there's only one not from the shop.
Oh.
This is Twist. Dragon's Breath.
Who's a local dyer from
a
Asheville.
local dyer.
Ish.
Yarn Baby is the light blue and the tealy blue.
Okay.
Daydream Dye Works is this one. And this one. The dark tealy.
Okay.
And this one's the only one from the shop.
The hot pink
The
one?
hot pink one is
That's
not from the shop.
La Bien Amie?
No, it's some Irish yarn. I can't ever remember
some Irish
the name.
yarn. Okay.
And then there was one more. Oh, the Peach Bellini, which is my contrasty color.
It's down here.
It's fiber spates.
In there. It's fiber spates. We only have it in fingering weight. She double stranded it.
Yep.
It should be coming back in today, I think. Maybe we'll have some unboxing on tomorrow's show. So, she thinks it's really bright. What? Did you say something?
I forgot.
There's an end she didn't weave in the back.
I thought I got them all.
Oh no, she didn't weave in all her ends. There's a lot of ends to weave in. When you change colors, so this is like the moth version with the like lacy bind off and stuff. And it's got a possible color alternating for the different bubble sections. If you change colors, then you have a lot of ends to weave in. I'm making a moth, but I'm only using 2 colors that I can keep carrying. Fewer ends to weave in. I'm okay with that. Anyway, okay, let's go put it back. Ready? Bye. We'll be right back. Mostly. So, now you have how many Papillons?
I have 4
on
finished.
Needles? Okay.
I have 8 on needles. And
so 12 total, 4 finished, 8 in progress.
Yeah.
I'm still working on my 3rd. I'm trying to keep only 1 on needles at a time because I have so many other random, ridiculous things on needles. Speaking of, I made 2 tutorial videos yesterday, and I worked on my newsletter. So I didn't get a whole lot of knitting done. I don't have any progress on the Venezia shawl to show you. which I think I showed you on Thursday. So go back and look at Thursdays to see how pretty it is, because I ain't touched it since. I have made progress on my summer shirt, though not as much as I wanted to, because I had other things to do. So, what I'm super excited... Yeah, you picked this color for me.
I know.
What I'm super excited by is I got through all the ribbing. So the yoke at the top, I'm going to hold this up closer. Ta-da! Oh, wrong way. I still can't get the hang of this. The yoke at the top. Here.
She's out of her cardi.
But look, it's like the same color as the shirt I'm wearing. The yoke at the top is ribbing. With every 10 rows, you do a couple increase rows. So the ribbing kind of stacks and changes a little and morphs, and it's cool looking. And it's just in the top yoke. And then you start knitting stockinette. And I thought I was going to die from all the ribbing. It was driving me nuts. Like, again, not that I would say don't do this sweater. Just know that the ribbing may get a little tedious, which is why I keep other projects going so I can take a break. But I got past that, and there is just a little bit, I don't even know if it's going to show up on camera, little bit of raglan seam increasing under this. The top part is all over increases. So it was like knit 2 yarn over up here. And then knit the yarn over to the back loop on the next row. And then knit 3 yarn over, and then knit 4 yarn over. So all over increases to just make this expand. And then down here, between the end of the ribbing and where the sleeves got separated, there's what we call raglan increases, where it only happens 2 places in the front and 2 places in the back to just give you these diagonal seams. It's a favorite of a lot of people for how to do shoulders. It all depends on your body type, I find, which shoulder seams look best. For a lot of people, it's the diagonal thing. And then, like, a t-shirt has what we would call set-in sleeves, where the seam is at the edge of the shoulder, and you just put the sleeve in and you sew it in. So the shirt comes straight out, the sweater would come straight out to here, the front would be here, like a pieced sweater. That's what tends to happen. You have set-in sleeves. There's also what's called a drop shoulder sweater, where the body of it, like, if you were going to do a set-in shoulder, there actually is a lot of shaping that happens right here on the front of a sweater, so that the sleeves fit in and look like they just magically appear right at your shoulder. A drop shoulder usually is a sweater that is a giant square. There's no shaping at the top, and that means that the shoulder, the seam where it meets the sleeve, would actually, like, think about a square, and then you put it... I still can't get this backwards thing when we're filming.
It's like a kimono type top.
Mm-hmm. Like
blouse.
Like if you put a square over yourself, like a poncho, that is straight right where your body is, it's going to come off your shoulder and drop down a little bit. So your sleeve actually starts like here and goes down. And sometimes what's really wonky about drop shoulder sweaters is the larger the size of the sweater, the shorter the sleeves are, because the more it goes out, it's backwards. So I've had people contact me and say, why does it say for my extra large that I'm making a shorter sleeve than the medium? That makes no sense, but it kind of does. It's like gauge. It kind of feels backwards until you have to process yourself through the steps. Anyway, so going back to mine, I've reached the point where I am just doing the torso. Like, it went big and big and big and big and big. And then it said to take the side pieces off, according to the directions, and put them on stitch holders. So I have one here. That's where a sleeve's going to go. Live stitches, so I can pick them back up again later without any seams. Live stitches. I used what I had at home, which means that I had one of our flexible stitch holders at home that's really long, and I didn't have another one because I own a yarn shop, but I didn't want to come into town because I did my hair all pretty, and I didn't want to leave the house because that means putting it up. Anyway, so I have a longer, smaller girth here, but much longer cord. It's a 40-inch 4. It's actually what I use for some of my Papillons, that I snaked through the other side, and I kind of did a little tie, so hopefully this won't come off.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah. And and now I'm knitting straight just on the torso. And don't worry that this looks smaller around right now than me, because it's on a smaller needle. It's on a 32-inch needle down here, so it's all bunched up. If I wanted to try this on, which is one of the awesome benefits of top-down sweaters, I would probably need to put at least half of these stitches on a separate needle or stitch holder to expand it to what it really is supposed to be, and try it on. I'll do that at some point when I reach the length.
It's all fun and games until half of your needles fall off, or your stitches fall off. Yeah,
it happens. Stitch stoppers. I tend to not use them, and there's many times when I'm like, yeah, I should be using those. So, at some point I'll try this on. I have a ways to go because the directions for my size, I am making an extra large because of the girls. The rest of me, I mean, I've got a pooch here too. So, but especially because of the girls, I didn't want it too tight and too form-fitting because the drape of a sweater can totally change how a sweater looks.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's a little too tight and a little too clingy, that works for some sweaters, but not others. And it might not work for you, you know? The extra large says I need to keep knitting this until it is at least 20 inches from here down the front. When I measured maybe an inch or so ago, actually maybe it was longer than 20 inches, but I think I was at 11 or 12 inches from the top to here, like when I measured. Yeah. So I'm getting there, but I am on my second ball. This is all I have left of my second ball of this yarn. It's so pretty. See all those little Tweety flecks in it? It is the Chi-Chi, the Mirasol Chi-Chi that we talked about in VSC last week. Oh, Liz is twisting to it. I'm actually really, there's right there. Oh, so lovely. The lower two ones. The top one is our cotton that I'm making the Venezia out of. I'm really liking the fabric that is being created, which is all wrinkly, that is being created at the bottom here. Now you can really see how it knits up when it's not ribbing. And the tweed that's coming out. Be forewarned, it sheds Tweety bumps. Like the little Tweety flecks in here. I looked down at my shirt, actually right just now. Look.
You have Tweety bumps.
I have Tweety bumps. You probably can't see it on the camera. The Tweety bumps have come off. Until this has been worn and everything a little while, it's going to shed little Tweety bumps. I'm covered. I look like I have little bugs on me.
Tweety bumps are kind of like sprinkles. You put a whole lot more on there in hopes that some of them stick.
Exactly. Especially with the fancier yarns because it's not the same fiber as this is alpaca and linen and bamboo. And then the bumps are extra things that have been kind of caught in there, and they're going to shed. There's still tons on here, though, but they're going to shed. So it's not defective yarn. It is a hazard of certain types of fibers and whether tweed is going to stick to them or not, which, yeah.
And how tight the yarn is spun around the Tweety bumps.
And this yarn has a good spin on it, but it's not spun around like I don't think plant fibers can hold the tweed really well.
Yeah.
So the plant fibers are giving this structure and giving this breathability for summertime. The alpaca and bamboo are probably giving it a little bit of softness. I will say, I think this is not the softest yarn to knit with. It's not scratchy or anything, but I'm expecting it to get softer with wear because linen will soften up.
Oh yeah, beat it up.
However, the tweed's only going to stay so much. So again, it's a test. It's pretty though, and we've got a lot of pretty colors. So, yeah. Now I've gone on around about that one. So that's so funny. Just holding it up, I've got. I have a speckled shirt now. If that is going to bug you, make this shirt out of something else. Don't go for the tweed. But if you call the shop asking for a tweed, know that that's potentially what could happen, especially because this is not what we would call a sticky yarn. A wool or an animal fiber exclusively is going to be sticky, in that things are going to cling to it better. So, yeah. Fair warning. Let's see. I have a checklist here because
we squirreled.
A lot, and I'm okay. Oh, we're at like almost 25 minutes. That's nice. That's not too bad. I think the only thing I have on my list that we haven't talked about yet are the minion bags.
Minion bags.
Minion bags.
Minion bags of mystery.
Yes.
We have several here at the shop still. In fact, because, you know, we're probably going to wind more yarn, we should open one up and...
You want to open one up and show it off?
Yeah. Just
so this is what they look like. And, yeah. We had a lot of people. We had at least 5 people on last video say, oh, I want a minion bag. I want a minion bag. Guess what? I put them up on the shop site. So they will be stapled together like this. It is 5 25-gram balls of leftover yarn.
We have 25 grams of lace weight alpaca.
This will get sealed back up, so you could get this one.
I might actually mix it in with other
Is this
stuff.
llama lace, or is this?
No, I want to say is that the lace weight alpaca that came in the braid?
Oh. See, the ones we've had for a while, we will try to label. The ones going forward, we will definitely label.
This is
As we have
Sidar
time.
Snuggly. I'm not sure what that one is.
This could be the alpaca from the braid.
Yeah.
We're gonna guess, because it's been a while. It's really soft and yummy, though. Whatever. No. This might be Serrata.
That's Serrata.
Serrata.
And I bet that's Serrata
Llama
too.
and silk. These might both be. I'm gonna go get the shawl I made. Those are leftovers. Is that cotton?
That one's cotton. That one's Sidar Snuggly. And this is a chunky...
Is it chunky or is it worsted?
I don't know. Might be the chunky superwash. This bag wasn't as well organized as some of them I have made. So
Yeah. Well, we're moving forward. We're gonna make them fun.
Yeah.
We put online that we have 5 in stock because we do ish, and you can pre-order them. Like if it says on back order, you can still order them from our online shop, and we'll be making them as I finish stuff, or I've got leftovers from a lot of my projects over here.
I'm gonna go find those leftovers. And
No, they're right there. You don't even have to hunt.
I think there's more in the back.
Well, yeah, there's always more in the back. The Serrata that we're talking about, this is the Oshara shawl. It was a mystery knit along with the Serrata, which is llama and silk. It's a light fingering weight from Cascade. And the 2 colors that are right there, gray, light gray and dark gray,
Yep.
ended up in this mystery bag. Our plan moving forward, and we can do it. Ooh, look at the back. Ooh. It was really pretty. Oshara shawl. Try to put that in the comments. Our plan moving forward is to try to have a little slip of paper with what's in them, because a lot of people, usually people would unbox them here in the shop in front of, and be like, ooh, that's this and that's that and that's that. But we're not having people in the shop right now. So, my newsletter that I just put out, okay. My newsletter that I just put out was keeping you safe by not letting you in, basically, was the title. Mm-hmm. We really want to be watching the numbers around us, and we really don't feel comfortable letting people in, even in small numbers right now.
We don't know where you've been, and you don't know where we've been.
Yes. And we may look at relaxing that very slightly for appointment shopping, but not for at least a couple weeks. So please, don't you can check in and be like, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? But we have said right now, we are sticking to what we're doing for the foreseeable future. So, breaks my heart not to let people in. It really does. And not to see people in person. And that the only people I've hugged in the past 2 months are my stepson and Brian, which I'm very grateful for hugging them. It's wonderful. But it's sad that that's the only people I've been able to hug. I haven't even hugged Liz. We haven't even really elbow bumped.
Yeah, one elbow bump in.
Maybe.
Because you were having a hard day.
Yeah, and I think we elbow bumped Amy D.
Yeah.
And Bill because they were having a really hard day. But even that, it's just it's hard because they talk about like how humans have this need to touch people, to feel, to just be in contact with other people, and we are doing as much as we can to provide an emotional contact and a humorous contact and some kind of connection as we can, but that's just really hard right now. So, but
we weren't as funny today.
Tell us what you think about how we did today. Because maybe we weren't, but
life.
It's our Monday.
Yeah. We keep saying that.
Life has been a little rough lately. I mean, we're happy you're all watching. Life's been a little rough lately, but we managed to find the humor in some things. We gotta start taking notes so we can share with people. But then it's not as funny, Hey, shameless plug. You can now get these shirts on my website, on my shop site, not just through Big Frog. Like, place the order with us, and we will place the order with Big Frog. So if you want to, tack it on to a yarn order, or just, come by the shop to get it, but hang on, because what it will say when you go to our shop site is it will say it's on back order. Doesn't mean you can't get it, but it's a reminder. It didn't say like, oh, we have 6 in stock, so you can buy one. It's a reminder that we have to place the order with them. This is part of the no upfront cost to us. It's a way for us to get money for the shop, which is wonderful, without having to invest any money. So we get $10 from every shirt. They are $20. They're still $20 on our website. They're slightly more if you're getting the 2X or more, like more fabric, little more cost.
Yeah.
But you can order them through us, and then we will place the order. I'm going to try to place an order about once a week with the company, and I will go get them, and you can either pick them up here at the shop, or you can pay $5 shipping through us. So I'll put this link in the comments. The other super shameless plug, maybe a little shameful, a little bashful plug, is I'm sorry, I just subscribe to the channel, please. We are closing in on 370 subscribers, which is super awesome. It's more than I ever thought we would have. Yeah. But if you're watching and you love us, please do what you can, which will help us get out to more people, which is share the video with people. Share your favorites if you think there's one that is funny, because Liz doesn't think we're funny today. Oh, the bag's in front of your face a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Okay. You might not care. Okay, fine. Share the ones you think are funny or good or educational or whatever with people. Like them. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a thumbs up. Even if you're like, well, of course I like it. But not that we need to know, but YouTube kind of needs to know that you think it's cool. Subscribe, because that actually helps us too. If you don't feel comfortable subscribing, I get it. And that little bell thing, apparently, like there's a you ring the bell somewhere on this underneath us.
Oh,
next to the subscribe, you can hit the bell, and that's more just lets you know when we put up new videos. You can wait until we tell you on Facebook.
Oh, it's the alarm.
It's the alert
whatever,
thing.
Alert.
Yeah, you don't have to do it, but then like you know when we put up something new. And if you subscribe, you'll know when we do something new. Even if, like, I forget to talk about Knit Night and put it on Instagram, I might forget to do this too. I don't tend to, but, there's a lot on my to-do list today, so we'll see.
Come visit us tonight for Knit Night.
Yay! Knit Night is tonight from 6 to 9 p.m.
Eastern
time. The code to get in is our shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
She knows our shop number now. She didn't before.
before the Tuesday and Friday night Zoom knit along stuff, I didn't know what the shop number was. I couldn't even tell you what the shop number was. There's a card somewhere around in here that has the shop number on it. I don't.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's how to join on the Zoom meeting. No matter what I type on the Instagram post, because I have mistyped our phone number before. And Instagram, I don't always alert people that these videos are going up on Instagram. I can share it to Facebook. Can't really share it because you can't do clickable links on Instagram. You can put like one thing in your profile, like one link people can go to in your profile, but there's like 6 links I want people to click on. So there's our shop, there's our YouTube channel, there's my regular website. It's just
technology. It's fun and games until it isn't.
This is not the pandemic I was promised. No. Anyway, so we love you all. We miss you. I've been blathering on after we said we were kind of done for I don't know how many minutes now.
Stay tuned for more adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
I think that's our sign to stop. We should be getting lots of fun yarn in today, hopefully. So tune in tomorrow for the VSC, because maybe that'll be the focus of our VSC.
That's why the holes are still in the back wall.
Yeah, look. Can I point the right? Yes, right. I can't do it.
Wait. There.
It's over towards
It's
Liz.
weird. It's so weird.
Okay, bye-bye, people. We're leaving now. Yeah. I'm gonna...
Bye.
Bye! I can't get that up high enough to... Oh, there's my hand.